This is the joy of living in Dubai, isn't it?
I love it. I love living here. I love the place we've picked. There's so much water. We've got our beautiful trees. We've got our gulmohars, which I grew up around in Juhu. We've got all our plants and flowers and
A very cozy neighborhood. A lovely car. I'm enjoying this drive in Dubai.
oh, if Kamiya Jani is calling, we're doing it. What is this gold glitter on it? Is it edible?
If it is gold and glitter, we are in Dubai. Dubai. I don't know what is it about this place that whoever comes here doesn't want to leave this city. One of India's most popular Bollywood actor decided to pack his bags and move here. From being the chocolate boy of Bollywood, he is now the money man in Dubai. So on this episode of Sunday Brunch Middle East, I'm gate crashing into Vivek Oberoi's pad at the Meadows. Let's go. Thank you. Good to see you too. You have a beautiful house and I had to take a flight from Mumbai to Dubai to catch you here.
Different homes, different cities.
Yeah. House is very, tastefully done.
Thank you. That's all Priyanka's credit, none mine.
So you just select the location.
I didn't even
area,
select the location.
house,
She's
and
the
then
boss.
Okay.
I selected downtown.
Oh, okay.
She made us leave downtown and she said, just for your office convenience, I'm not going to do
Yeah,
downtown.
because your office is in Business Bay, which is closer, right? Yeah.
We love art. The art collection's mine. All Desi artists, all Indian artists. The rest of it is all Priyanka. She loves the whole easy, vintage, very homey style, like a warm feel too.
How long has it been here in Dubai now for you?
2.5, 3 years. Almost 3 years. We love plants, greens everywhere. She's a constant gardener.
I was wondering, what is it about Dubai that people don't want to return to their home country? But now I know why.
It's actually crazy because every time I go back to Mumbai, I don't feel like leaving. If you ask me where's home, and I'll still say Mumbai.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yes,
That's
I
good
love
to
Dubai.
know.
I love living here. I
Yeah.
love part living here and part living there. I think it's trying to be a mix of best of both worlds.
But there's not much of a difference, to be honest, isn't it?
Yeah,
At
because
least in terms of people.
Yeah, I
and-
think also the kind of thing we've tried to recreate here, the place we've picked,
Yeah.
there's so much water, there's a lake right there with a fountain going on. We've got our beautiful trees, we've got our gulmohars from which I grew up around in Juhu.
Wow.
We've got all our plants and flowers and we've got a little organic garden with some curry patta and some spices and some sabzi sometimes once in a while and flowers. So it makes you feel, you don't realize you're in a desert.
Right, absolutely
it's
not.
like a bubble.
I mean, look at it, yeah. You've got lots of greenery here, and in fact, Meadows as a place is so nice. It's my first time here. Feels like a very, cozy neighborhood.
So everybody's like, why Meadows? That's such an old neighborhood. Why are you moving there? Why not like one of the new places or downtown?
Yeah.
And Priyanka was just like, no way. I want a place where I can see water, hear the sounds, the birds chirping every morning, and I'm thankful for that.
Yeah.
I think the wife is always right.
Right. So how's life here? I'm sure you're enjoying as an entrepreneur here.
Yep.
But what about managing the other aspect for which we all love you?
Try to keep my life simple here, as simple as it gets, but this is more business oriented. At home is as easy as can be. The pool, playing with the kids, trying to be back home at like 6:30. You know, that non-film life that I never had in India, that ghar pe time se aana and all of that. Or waking up in the morning, feeding my birds there and just going for a walk around the lake or sitting here and having my smoothie or, just keep it simple. When I get to office, of course, it's crazy because I have now 350, 400 people working with me.
Wow.
And we've grown as a family, as a company. It's a lot, but we still try to make life simpler here.
From Bollywood's chocolate boy, he's now become a money man here in Dubai. What are the businesses that you're doing here? With such a big team, I mean, you've become like a total entrepreneur.
I actually have been one, and my focus is still trying to create value everywhere I go. So back home in India, I built a fintech company which had a little bit of a social angle to kind of bring kids who were not able to get loans for their education, collateral-free loans for them. Now that company helps almost 45 lakh kids in India. Then I built an education company that was focused only on small town guys, right? Kids who don't get access to the best teachers in the big cities. So get a better education called iScholar. Back home in India, we run an agri startup that helps now 97 lakh farmers in India to try and get access to people. So it's like a tech meets social impact, which I love doing. Here it's mainly real estate, luxury, collaborations with large brands, bringing them into lifestyle. Our company here, B&W Developments, we're doing now some ultra luxury projects where the new casino is coming up in Marjan Island. So we're doing 8 buildings there. Our first one's a big success. Then we're doing housing near the new airport, which is coming up, the Big Maktoum Airport, the world's largest airport. That's what Dubai is all about, right?
Largest,
the world's best,
tallest,
the
biggest,
best,
everything.
biggest, and then I have my little startup ecosystem here, where I launched my lab-grown diamond jewelry company, Solitario. And by God's been kind, knock on wood, and Dubai's been good to me. It's been a big success story here, and now we are in 6 countries, 35 cities.
Okay, so you run a real estate company here.
That's right, Bricks and Woods.
Okay, let's reveal the real reason why I'm meeting you today. I'm looking to buy a house, which is the best location. I figured this is the easiest way to get an appointment with one of the most successful and prominent real estate company here. So
That's very kind of you. I think, if you want to live in a city, you want the energy, you want the noise, you want the downtown bustle, you've got that. If you want to live in a little village, you've got the Meadows. This is like the closest you can get to have like full nature. You're hearing the birds around you all the time.
I mean, I've never heard sounds of birds or lake or water in Dubai. So I have to say this is really a very nice place to live in.
We love it.
Yeah.
This is Zen. By the time I get here, Kamiya, my mind starts to ease. I start to switch off my phone, stop looking at my WhatsApp messages. I'm like, I'll do it tomorrow morning. And then I come in, I put my phones away in one of the rooms, in one of the drawers. Don't bother me now. And then it's family time. My son, he from his own pocket money went and bought like a little foldable TT table.
Okay.
So when he knows I'm reaching here at 6:30, it's out. Then there's a full pre-dinner match. Earlier it was easy. I used to, easily thrash him under 5. Now he's gone to 15. And sometimes he takes the lead and you have to see, he's only 11, but you have to see the joy. I'm beating dad, I'm now 7 and he's only 5 points. And
but do you actually lose or do you deliberately lose?
No, I initially, just to encourage him, I was like trying to hit some shots out and, play a little easy. Now I have to play to win. I'm like, okay, mehnat kara raha hai, pasine nikal raha hai. But it's a sense of pride for every father, right? That he's really fighting to give it. And it's a great way to bond.
So I see that you're nicely settled in your Dubai life, but I'm going to give you a few tough choices between Mumbai and Dubai.
Okay.
And let's see how
That's
well
always
you fare.
tough.
Okay. Relaxing at Juhu Beach in Mumbai or marveling at the skyline along Dubai Marina.
Juhu Beach before sunrise is spectacular. It's an experience.
Indulging in Mumbai's famous vada pav or savoring a luxurious meal at the best restaurant of Dubai?
By myself?
Yeah.
Vada pav any day.
Okay.
Any day. Memories, man. I think food is made from memories, Kamiya. Like my Mithi Bhai vada pav, where I grew up with. When I was living on a budget, student life. That luxury of that vada pav and that adrak ki chai. That flavor just takes me back to the best, happy, carefree memories of my life.
Nice. Enjoying the rainy season of Mumbai or experiencing the desert landscape of Dubai?
Or rainy season of Mumbai any day. Without the traffic.
Okay.
Without the traffic. The traffic and the khaddas and the unsolicited massage that you get every time like this, that chhod ke Mumbai ki barish, and especially where I live in Juhu, we have so many birds and trees and that little droplets falling from there is aha. Yahan barish hoti hai to it's flooded.
Right.
Because they're just not made. The city is not made for that kind of rain.
Soaking in the Bollywood culture or exploring the glitz and glamour of Dubai's Hollywood-inspired attractions?
Soaking in the Bollywood culture is more my thing. And the way a nice Hindi song talks to me and touches my heart. Those lyrics, nothing does that magic for me. I could hear the most rocking international artists and those are also great. But वो जो दिल छू जाती है ना, when I sit in the morning or if I'm listening to a new Arijit song, for example, I'm like, आई क्या गाना गाया जियो मेरे भाई. That feeling doesn't come anywhere else.
Yeah, नहीं हम तो अब तक साथिया ही सुन रहे हैं.
Oh, so
That's
sweet.
still been trending on Instagram.
So
Okay, bargaining at Colaba Causeway or splurging on designer brands at Dubai Mall.
Or splurging on designer brands, but not at Dubai Mall because that gets too hectic. At Dubai Hills Mall.
Navigating Mumbai's local trains or cruising around Dubai in a Rolls Royce.
I'll pick the Rolls Royce over the local trains, man, Kamiya, because I have very, very terrible memories of local trains in Mumbai because I had to actually go. Mithi Bhai say I had to go all the way to town. And like I said, on a student budget, the only way to go was the train. Also the fastest way to get there. 2 घंटे के बदले में 45 minutes. My gosh, galti se you catch rush hour. I would get squeezed and crushed. And secondly, you're holding on to that, right? And somebody who's slightly taller to you has his armpit in your face. You're wearing your cologne and all to go out there to smell fresh. By the time you get out, you're smelling of like 15 different kinds of armpit. Okay. That was horrible. So any day, only Satya made it look romantic. Oh, train se latak raha hai, ladki ke saath flirt kar raha hai. Not reality.
Talking of Satya, I spent my crucial teenage college years looking for a boy like Adi.
Oh.
And you are responsible for
I'm
it because
sorry.
you did not tell that such guys don't exist.
Oh, I'm so sorry. But see, that's what I used to patao Priyanka also. Na? She thought I was Adi.
Right, exactly. From all the answers that I have got, so far you have a bent towards being a Mumbaikar only.
I love
than
Mumbai.
Being a Dubaiite.
Mumbai is home. When I go back and I sleep in my bed in Juhu, I say, ghar aa gaya.
Okay. But this is close to home.
This is close to home, and the effort is to try and make it as close to home as possible.
Yeah.
And it's nice because it's the only city in the world where you can get into a cab or a restaurant and start talking in Hindi, and the person will respond to you and say, "ठीक है यार."
Absolutely.
9 out of 10 times you'll have somebody say, "हाँ जी लेके चलते हैं आपको," या ये मंगा दो. हाँ, तो we split. We go to a 7-star hotel in luxury, and you see a desi and you start talking to him. यार बता दे यार. अच्छा क्या है रियली क्या अच्छा है सब कुछ अच्छा लग रहा है मेन्यू पे बड़ा अच्छा क्या है so that feeling is like it's like home, it's home away from home, and that's credit to the Emiratis here. They're outnumbered 1:9 mostly by desis and yet they make us feel so comfortable at home. Our culture, our festivals, our celebrations. Diwali में हमने यहाँ पे ये पूरे पीस को भंग किया, पटाखे चलाए.
अच्छा.
And nobody complained यार इतने सारे गोरे हैं उनको बेचारों को 7 बजे सोने की आदत है. उनको बेचारों को सर्कुलर चला गया कि यार देसियों की दिवाली है, नॉइज होने वाला है. बॉलीवुड की म्यूजिक कभी प्ले करते हैं हम लोग अपने पार्टियों में. पीपल आर वेरी अकोमोडेटिंग एंड ईजी. मतलब वो वाला नहीं है कि बगल वाले अंकल ने कंप्लेन कर दी.
वो तो इंडिया में बहुत होता है.
बहुत ज्यादा. माय गॉड, पुलिस बुला लेते हैं लोग.
But how does your day really start here? क्या खाते हो आप breakfast में? What is it that you like to eat, drink?
Wake up in the morning, have my pani and वो copper jug वाला फंडा.
Really? Okay.
So guzzle the copper water.
Yeah.
Then go for a nice walk around the lake with my little lady Luna. Then I'm back here just in time for Madam Priyanka to wake up.
You're an early riser, is it? What
riser.
time?
I like waking up between 5:30 and 6:30 in the morning. That's the part of the day which I love because I feel that's completely mine.
Right.
8 बजे तक तो phone को मैं avoid ही करता हूँ आजकल. After that, I come into the present, which is first morning duty to have a happy married life. 14 साल हो गए, so I can say with experiences, the wife should wake up happy.
Yeah.
And in my wife's case, because she's South Indian, the perfect coffee is the perfect way to wake her up. तो बीवी की कॉफी हम बनाते हैं. Then I make my smoothie.
Oh, I don't have coffee, but I would love to try the smoothie.
Okay, it's not about taste, but.
Oh, is it? Then what is it?
It's not good. You could put some honey, shani and all to make
so
it
it's very
tasty.
Healthy, basically.
Like what my bitia does.
Okay.
She's like, Dada, I'm making a smoothie. Okay, do I have to drink it? I was like, honey डाल लेना यार, ठीक है.
If I like it, I'm going to treat you to a really good meal. Okay?
Maybe I have to compromise on the integrity of my smoothie for that lalach of a very good meal. Because I'm one hell of a foodie. Come on, let's go. Fresh organic strawberries, helping with blueberries right in there, and then come out the magic powders. So these are all my desi greens all kinds of dabbas, Ayurvedic powders like ashwagandha, amla powder. Just generally put in like 1 teaspoon and that should be enough. This is a mix of all the greens, right? So this is all freeze-dried organic greens, like all kinds of lettuces that you normally would not eat, and alfalfa sprouts and all of it. And this is basically wheatgrass in with, I don't know if you can smell it, but goji berry.
Oh yeah, it smells good actually.
Yeah, it's goji berry. So it kind of has the little sweetness which is kind of natural. A lot of people like to use milk. I don't like using milk.
So you're going to put some coconut water.
Yeah, so I'm trying to slowly transition into being a vegan. I don't know if it's possible.
And you are a vegetarian, right?
I'm a vegetarian, but I'm not a vegetarist.
What's the difference?
I'm not somebody who is interested in guilting people and saying, oh my God, you're eating animals. That's the worst thing in the world.
That. Okay.
I believe it's a personal and conscious choice. Also, I don't do it for religious reasons. I think being a vegetarian is healthy. I believe being a vegetarian is good for your body and the planet. If I'm in some remote area where there is only non-vegetarian food and I have to feed myself, I have no issues. I'm at peace with that. Like, it's okay, khana padega to kha lenge. We'll have it. But I believe that you try and practice. Life mein balance bahut zaruri hai.
So we put a lot of coconut water.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't like to blend it till I kill it because I still like some of the fiber and the bits of fruit. So if you don't like it, we can chano it out for you.
No, it's okay. Just remember that this will decide where you go for lunch today. Should we add some honey? Just like how Amaya, right?
Amaya.
Amaya likes it.
I'm doing a smaller glass for you. This is how I always...
I think that's it. Is it appetizing?
I'll sip and tell you.
No.
Messing. No.
It's fine.
But I think it's okay.
Yeah.
If you like some honey, we can.
It's nice actually. It's not bad.
Not bad?
It's not bad at all. It's very nutritious as well. So you feel good after having a smoothie like this.
It's got everything to make you look 10 years younger.
Yeah. Okay. It's worth it, guys. It's just worth it. So now I'm going to treat you to the world's first and only vegetarian fine dine Michelin-star restaurant in Dubai, where each course is inspired by the chakras of life.
This is so cool, man. This is totally me.
Yeah. Wow. That's why we have Curlytales Middle East.
Wow.
We picked the right place for you.
I'm amazed that I've never been there.
Really?
Yeah, what's it called?
It's called Avatara.
Oh, I like it. Nice.
Let's go. Dubai and its cars. I mean, everybody here has this fancy cars, and this is very cool.
Come. Are you going to drive?
Oh, sorry, I keep
Wrong side of
forgetting.
the road.
No, that's the thing about coming from India.
This is what happens to me every time between Dubai and Mumbai. I'm always going on the wrong side.
This is the joy of living in Dubai, isn't it?
I love it. I think it's every guy's dream as a kid.
Ready for the takeoff.
That's a nice shot. Looks nice.
Yeah, this looks nice, no?
Yeah.
What a lovely car. I'm enjoying this drive in Dubai.
I have to say, currently, this is the one I'm enjoying the most because it's a beautiful Bentley GTC, which is convertible.
Yeah.
And it's a V8 engine, which is nice and powerful, super fast. I love the luxury of a Bentley also. If I want to be driven around, then it's the Rolls-Royce Phantom, and that's the ultimate car for me. I do enjoy the Lamborghinis and the Ferraris and those kind of cars also, but they're not very convenient as an everyday car.
You come across as someone who focuses a lot on the quality of life that you are living.
And it's a race, it's a rat race. Yeah? And to win a rat race, you have to be a rat. That's a constantly greedy. है खाएगा नहीं जाके छुपा देगा कहीं. My life, it also happened because in the initial stages when I went through some rough patches, every interview used to begin with, oh, there was so much expected of you, and do you feel you've achieved your potential? After some time, it starts getting to you. You start thinking like, oh my God, am I really that bad? Am I not doing well? What's going on?
Yeah.
And then you have to really step back and say, hold on, where am I now? And how lucky am I to have all these opportunities? How blessed am I? Gratitude rather than a sense of lack.
But I'm sure every situation in life teaches you something. And, that challenging period, did it change you as a person?
It does, and it makes you look. Let's talk about what we're doing today. Why do I respect you enough to say, oh, if Kamiya Jani is calling, we're doing it? Because you didn't compromise on your values. You could have done sensational stuff to grab eyeballs. You took your time to build your goodwill. You took your time to build your audience, and they resonate with you at your frequency now. जैसे नहीं काम्या का इंटरव्यू है तो ये इस जोन का होगा, and you've got that following. So living life on your own terms. I'm just being honest. It's an honest observation. I respect people who are able to live life on their own terms, because for a long time in my life, I wasn't. I was trying to please people. I was trying to, okay, somebody said do this and it'll fix all the issues. So I would try to do that. And then I realized, haar mein jaye sab. Do you wake up happy? And a big influence in my life, aside from dad, mom, has been my wife. Found a life partner who's an honest mirror. She would have those existential conversations with me. अच्छा ये हो जाएगा तो क्या होगा? अच्छा तो फिर क्या हो जाएगा? तो फिर क्या हो जाएगा? What will you achieve? She makes it so simple. Life इतनी simple कैसे हो सकती है? She's like, you are complicating life. It's very simple.
But she is not from a filmy background.
Yeah.
And for her to agree for a guy who is all in all into Bollywood, how easy or difficult was it?
Oh my God.
Or did Satya do the trick?
Trust me, she's the antithesis of Bollywood. She's completely private, as you know.
Yeah.
Camera देख के भाग जाती है.
बिल्कुल real life of Bollywood vibes में नहीं आ सकते हैं वो.
She will run a mile, we mentioned it. That's a nightmare for her. She really treasures her privacy and her anonymity. वो कहीं भी मेरा नाम इस्तेमाल ही नहीं करेगी. कोई भी काम के लिए मैं बोलता हूँ यार ये आसान हो जाएगा. Just go tell them that you're, Vivek Oberoi's wife. It may help. It may become easier. No.
But how did you guys meet?
Believe it or not, arranged marriage.
Oh, really? You would definitely vouch for arranged marriages now.
I don't know. I think it's the right place, the right time. I mean, for me, my mom's my angel. I didn't want to get married. I was partying away.
Yeah.
I was like, no serious relationships. Too much stress, too much complication. Anyway, I had my fatherly emotion satisfied with nieces and nephews. And then I had my foundation that takes care of so many of these girls that are rescued from, child prostitution and forced labor. So I said, shadi kyun karna hai? I'll be chill like this. I'll be a bachelor. And then mom said, meet this one girl. Meet her. If you don't like her, you say no. After that, I'll never tell you to meet anybody else. But meet this one. I planned to meet her in the afternoon. I said, 1 घंटा 1.5 घंटा मिलूंगा. Hello, hi करूंगा. Formality complete करूंगा. I'll take the flight and head back home. One thing led to another. I realized I missed my flight.
Oh.
And then I ended up staying 2-3 days extra because I just didn't want to leave. I was flat in love with her like the first 2 hours. That love at first sight story. And it was not based on just the physicality. It was based on so many amazing things. Like, she blew my mind basically. So she told me, like, tell me about yourself. So I said, what do I say? I'm an actor. And, she's like, no, that's just what you do. Tell me who you are. I was like, अरे बाप रे, ये तो ज्ञान हो गया भाई. And it made me pause and think, because that's something, Kamiya, not many times in life somebody will ask you.
Yeah. So
you're not used to the question, so you're not used to thinking of the answer.
Right.
Otherwise, we've got so many pre-recorded or rehearsed answers. Like, who am I, yaar? Who am I? What do I want in life? क्या चाहिए?
फिर सोचा उस बारे में.
Still thinking about
Still
it.
thinking.
After 14 years of marriage.
So tell me, in Dubai, which are your favorite places where you usually like to go out with kids, with Priyanka, or when your parents come down?
We just got back from this beautiful property, Avatara property, called Sirbanias Island. Island in the middle of, or in the sea, the other side of Abu Dhabi. So it's about 3. Thank you.
Love you.
Thank you.
Oh my God, that's a lot of love coming in from Pakistan. But that's the thing about Dubai. I think it's the only place where you actually see Indians and Pakistanis together hanging out.
When you come here, you realize that no matter how strongly Indian you are, you come here, you see the way the Pakistanis, Bangladeshis, Nepalis, Sri Lankans, the way they give you love here you start to lose a sense of boundaries, and that Bollywood villain, which is on the other side of the border, starts to feel like,
does he exist for
हाँ,
real?
ये है, नहीं है. I mean, it's a very controversial thing to say, but the way they say they love our country, our culture, our food, our films, our music.
And very expressive about it.
इतना प्यार देते हैं, इतनी इज्जत देते हैं कि I get like, फिर यार, where's the hate that everybody talks about? But I guess it is there. I mean, I'm sure that there's one section of society.
What's your kids' reaction when they see your movies?
They've seen only the ones that their mums allowed them to see.
Okay.
So she's their big filter.
I know mom's very strict, and I asked your daughter if she's on YouTube and she's watched any of my videos. She said, no, this lady doesn't allow YouTube.
Yeah. She's only allowed YouTube Kids.
YouTube Kids, okay.
Only kids.
But that's nice. And I think it's so difficult to protect your kids so much in this environment, right?
I think, Kamiya, you have to take certain decisions, right?
Yeah.
While I'm busy gallivanting around the world, there's one person who I trust who's bringing up our children with the right values. We're also very conscious of not bringing up our children entitled. Keep grounded, stay honest, stay real.
But Dubai changes like this. Like every time you come here, there's something new.
But they're very decisive with their infrastructure. They're very quick. There is literally zero corruption. Even doing business here, it's very good. Like today, say your content company, you set up a UAE holding company.
Yeah.
And you start creating global content because content really has no barriers.
Yeah.
It's tax friendly. They'll start investing in you. So content creators, companies, they start to feel good and they start to feel like, "Arey yaar, ye to bahut badhiya ho gaya."
Yeah.
Funnily enough, I have not shot anything, not even a single movie in Dubai yet.
Look, they're very supportive. I think the ties between UAE and India is only getting stronger.
It's amazing, right? This is a record number of times that Modi ji has visited ever since he became Prime Minister. He's a big star here.
Yeah.
He's a big star everywhere.
Everywhere.
But here his fan following is on another level. It's crazy.
Yeah.
After Modi ji left from his last Dubai visit, you had people from Pakistan who were supposed to be, whatever, anti-Modi or anti-India.
Yeah.
People from Pakistan praising him, saying, what a man, what a legend, the way he spoke, the way he addressed people. Even when he came to the opening of the Abu Dhabi Mandir, it was amazing how he spoke.
Have you been to the Mandir?
I've been involved with the Mandir for a long time now.
Okay.
While it was still under construction.
Alright.
In fact, I'm going to the Mandir tonight again.
Oh, okay.
I was there 2 days ago.
Achha.
It's only 35-40 minutes from my house.
Okay.
And tonight we're doing something beautiful in the Mandir. You know what a suhoor is, right?
Yes.
So we're doing a suhoor in the Mandir.
Okay.
Where we have people across all faiths coming to the Hindu Mandir for a harmony dinner.
Oh, nice.
And a discussion on interfaith harmony. So I've been the interfaith ambassador, youth ambassador, for almost 17 years now. The Dalai Lama had made me the ambassador 17 years ago. He said, I want you to take the cause of interfaith and connecting people, removing fear, removing doubt.
It's a very nice initiative. It's basically beyond any religion, right?
Beyond basically talks about excluding religion. I'm saying it embraces all religions.
All religions.
It's interfaith where one faith respects and appreciates the other. The first thing you see in the Abu Dhabi Hindu Mandir, as soon as you enter, is this beautiful wall of harmony. That's the largest 3D printed wall in the region, one of the largest in the world. Right? It's a 3D printed wall. It's entirely gifted by the Bori Muslim community. Walls are generally built to divide, and this wall was created to unite.
And bring everyone together. That was a lovely ride.
I'm so glad you enjoyed it.
And now time for curlytales to treat you.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
We are at Avatara, where every course is based on the chakras of life.
But I'm thinking, how many chakras are there? Because they have 16 courses.
They have 16 courses, imagine.
16 courses, khayenge to chakkar aa jayega. Chakkar to dur ki baat.
And also for most vegetarians, and since you are one, people often talk about mushroom and paneer. as the most common ones,
Always
right?
the most common ones
The
you're
most
stuck with.
And apparently this restaurant doesn't serve mushroom or paneer.
That's so cool.
And all the dishes are prepared without onion or garlic. And a Michelin-star fine dine
That's
restaurant.
the amazing thing,
Vegetarian.
right? Michelin-star fine dining restaurant.
So let's begin the Sunday brunch.
Oh, that looks amazing, man.
Wow.
I love the
Okay.
presentation. That's beautiful.
This is our first course, which we call it as Nevedya. Basically, Nevedya means holy offering to the gods. And in India, we say Atiti Deva Bhava, which means guest is our god. So we are offering you a freshly churned butter with some saffron and popping
Butter?
out sugar on top of it.
Okay, thank you very much.
We're gonna watch Kamiya do this because I can't eat sugar. All the Golgappa practice, all the Pani Puri practice from Mumbai.
You're definitely missing out on something.
No sugar.
No sugar.
No sugar.
It's
I'm
worth
going to be
cheating.
strict. No sugar.
But this is so cool. The last time when we spoke, Vivek, you mentioned that how everybody from your family, like your grandparents, your mom, your dad, are from different states of India.
That's right.
And how a lunch is a national integration where different kind of food dishes are presented on the table.
Crazy.
So tell me, how is Sunday brunch at home?
Oh, could be mix of aloo parathas along with idli, sambar, and it's normal in our house. My favorite dish would be when my mum slow cooks for hours bisi bele bhat.
I
She'll
love
make-
bisi bele bhat.
And mere
Yeah.
maa ke haath ka to I fly down sometimes to have it. I'm like, I'm coming down and missing your bisi bele bhat. Punjabi cuisine like aloo and gobi ke parathe sharathe types.
Wow.
And then suddenly you'll have idli, you'll have chutney, which is like all more like, Tamil Nadu side style.
Yeah.
And then mulga podis. So it'll be like a crazy blend and people just get confused and we're like, this is how we eat Sunday brunch. Yeah, that feeling is something else. Thank you, chef. Oh, so kind. Oh, Golgappa without sugar? Fantastic. Nevedya.
There's more. This is just the first one. 15 more to go, Vivek.
Soul curry, no way. So cool. नैवेद्य के बाद अगरबत्ती भी हुई आपकी. Cheers.
Cheers with bhindi.
Mm.
I've never had bhindi like this. I'm a bit
Oh,
worried.
it's yummy. Food here is so special.
And it's also very deceptive. It looks a certain way and then it tastes like like I thought it's actually raw.
And what they've done is they've not fried it, they've dehydrated that bhindi.
Yeah.
Made that crispy with dehydration. It's amazing.
Aloo badi?
Yes, let's go. Second course. Maybe we can ask a Sattvic date night.
You know, we've spoken so much about your life in Dubai, the businesses that you're doing. I want to take you back in time and ask you about your debut, the first film that you did. How did that happen?
Company.
Yeah.
I got back from New York. Padh likh ke did my masters in film. And my dad did the typical thing of बेटे को launch करते हैं, picture बनाते हैं. And I had this crisis of conscience because since the age of 15, I'd never taken any money from my dad. I felt like, oh my God, he's going to spend his life savings on launching me. And also I felt that, yeah, if my dad only has to launch me, then where's the merit in that? My dad was my idol. He came, koi sifarish nahi, no connections, just made it on talent. So I said, if I have talent, I'll make it.
Yeah.
So I quit my dad's production. I didn't know how tough it would be. I thought, ki kitna mushkil kitna hoga? Because I'd done auditions before and I was like, theek hai yaar.
But you wanted to be an actor?
Pakka, from very long ago.
Okay.
What I didn't realize was the emotional damage that you go through when you struggle. तुम्हें वो बात नहीं है, तुम actor नहीं बन सकते. ऐसा दिखता है actor. You know, it's like, it was so harsh at that time. I was like, oh my God. Nobody had spoken to me like that.
Yeah.
But I was like, नहीं यार, मैं पी जाऊँगा ये सारा जहर पी जाऊँगा मैं. I'll
So they
fight
didn't
it.
know you are Suresh
I didn't
Oberoi.
tell anybody because
Okay.
I didn't want to embarrass my father also. I
Right,
didn't want to go
yeah.
around in the industry saying, "Get Suresh Oberoi ka beta और office के बाहर ऐसे भटक रहा है." I went quietly as Vivek Anand and struggled everywhere. But it made me stronger. And it made me realize that if I can take this, I can take anything.
Right.
And it prepared me for life. Then one fine day I found out that Ramuji is auditioning for a film called Company. Knew nothing, just landed up, presented myself, अच्छे बाल वाल बना के, सब अच्छे कपड़े पहन के. I went with my portfolio and sir, I've done this. It's like very interesting, but you're not the guy for the role. I was like, but why? At least audition me. He was like, no, because you're too polished. I don't think you have it in you to be a slum boy, a gangster from the hood. But I didn't want to give up. So I said, sir, give me one chance. I want to meet you only for 10 minutes after a couple of weeks. He says, okay, fine. And he forgot about it, of course. I left from his office literally the same day. I packed a bag and I went to a basti. I went and I hired a hut in a jhoparpatti, a kholi. I lived in the kholi. Experienced the whole thing. How they eat, how they drink, how they talk. 3 weeks later, kept calling, and finally I got an appointment. So I got a photographer friend of mine who was also struggling to be a photographer. I said, see, if I make it now, I'll give you all the cover shoots and all. मेरे लिए budget पे shoot कर दे यार. So I got him to shoot in the jhoparpatti. So just shot all those pictures, images, carried those. But then I went one step further. I said, let me dress as the character and go. So I went in chappal, tone ganji, dirty shirt, tight pants and like messy hair, dadi, all of that, and dressed as the character like a gangster to look completely opposite the first time how I'd met him, fully clean shaven and nice and like polished and all. Opposite. So I walked in and I remember the first thing that happened was his watchman said, no, you can't go inside.
He thought you were actually from the slums.
Internally I was like, inside I was like, yes, convinced him. Superb. And then he got a call saying, ki, bhejo. And as soon as I was entering, I saw my face in the, those two-way mirrors that you had in the glass doors. So I saw my face, I was like, oh, my face is looking too clean. So I held all these photos. I gave the photos to the watchman and I literally put my fingers into the flower pot outside the office.
And you put that?
And I just started putting some makeup like this, looking in through my mirror, and this watchman is just looking at me. Pagal aadmi kahan se aa gaya? Pagal khane se. Then I took the photos back from him, put a beedi in my mouth, sparked the beedi, started puffing the beedi to get the attitude, walked in, swaggered in. By the time I reached Ramuji's door, I was like, tak, 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 really, really nervous. So I said my prayer, put the beedi in my mouth, kicked the door open.
Kicked it?
Full
my
attitude,
God.
swagger in chappals and all, came in, sat like that in front of him, on the chair, pulled the chair. And then I don't know what happened to me. I went so into the character, I put my feet up on the table like that with the chappals. I crossed my legs on the table and I'm just puffing and giving him like the whole attitude, death stare and all. And he's just looking at me. First he was confused. Ki,
Ho kya raha hai ye?
is this the guy I had asked to come? Because he doesn't look like that guy. Is he a gangster who's coming to my office? Because those days it was also happening. I took the whole bunch of pictures and I threw the pictures in front of him on the table and said, hey, topda kya dikhta hai? Photo dekh photo. And I just took the lingo and I started smoking. I don't know what happened to me. And he's looking at the pictures. He's looking up at me. I'm puffing away. He opens a drawer next to him. He pulls out a set of photos, which I had given him my New York ke achhe, headshots, nice kapde wale, chikna shots. He's looking in those pictures. He's looking in these pictures. He's looking up at me. Gets up and he says, you're doing my film. Now, I don't know whether this is a trick. And now I'm thinking, ye kuch zyada to nahi ho raha hai. He says, can you put that beedi out and talk to me? And then I said, sorry sir, I put the beedi out. And I said, Pakka sir, I'm doing your film. He said, yes, I have something to share. What? So, Mr. Suresh Oberoi's son.
Yeah.
The Sureshji's son. Why didn't you tell me? Why? Like, sir, I wanted to be there on my own merit. And
Yeah.
I appreciate it. Good. He said, come. I said, where sir? Come. So I got into his Land Cruiser. 2 minutes later, he's at my father's bungalow because his office was literally like 5 minutes away. My dad, Sunday Brunch, gardening in a pair of shorts, in a t-shirt, and his like, Ramuji walks in, he's surprised, what is happening? And behind him, I walk in, smelling of beedies, right?
Mud on the face.
Looking like that, and he's thinking, ye kya script ban rahi hai, mujhe samajh mein nahi aa raha. And then Ramuji told him that this is what happened, and your son's doing my film. And the kind of pride and the welling up of tears in my father's eyes. I mean, I've won more than 50, 60 awards. God has been very kind. But to me, that moment is my greatest award.
Wow.
Just to see that pride in my father's eyes. He did it. He did it on his own terms. He बोल के गया था कि मैं खुद कर लूँगा. और ये कर गया ये.
Wow. And you had a rocking debut.
Yeah,
Didn't you? You had a rocking debut. Like, really. I remember watching Company, like a couple of times I've seen that movie. And then Satya happened. Of complete contrast.
I was never supposed to do Satya. Kismat. Shadu and I, Shad Ali, the director of Satya, and I, bachpan ke dost. We were both strugglers at the same time. He was struggling to put his film together. He was Mani Ratnam's assistant, so he was one step ahead of me. Ki yaar, ye yahan tak to hai. Then I told him, bro, I got my film. I'm doing Ram Gopal. He says, yaar, tujhe teri film mil gayi. Mujhe meri film mil gayi. I'm doing this Alay Paide remake, and we're calling it Satya. And I was like, great, superb, amazing. I think at that time it was Abhishek who was supposed to do it. I'm not sure. Damn good for you, यार दोनों भाइयों की फिल्में चल रही हैं. चल तू director बन गया, मैं actor बन गया. Fantastic. आगे चल के कभी काम करेंगे. Now, as soon as I start shooting company, maybe a week or two into the shoot, I get a call from Shad. Then he's panicked, and I'm like, क्या हुआ? यार बहुत problem हो गई है. मेरी film शायद नहीं बनेगी. I'm not able to get a hero. I'm not getting a date. ये वो सब. I was thinking he's just venting like a friend. He says, you have to do my film. I'm doing company and I'm shooting that right now. I can't take on another film right now. He's like, no, you have to do my film. And he put Alay Paide's tape, VCR tape. So you understand how old I am. So he put a VCR tape and he started playing it in his Barsati. I started watching the film, and it's a Tamil film.
Yeah.
And eventually at the end of the film, I was crying and I was emotional and all of that. I got up and hugged him. I said, what a great film, man. I really want to do it. He knew. He knew that the actor in me, he knew that he'll खींच लेगा मुझे. Now I said, oh gosh, how do I do this? I went to my dad. I said, how do I do this? I went to Ramuji. Ramuji said, absolutely not. You have to be an action hero. You can't do
You're
this.
Romantic
What is
hero.
this romantic film? What is this? I'm making company with you, Ajay Devgan. He said, this is some tiny love story, first time director. What's wrong with you? Why are you doing this? I said, it's a great film. Then Mani sir called. There was like a whole drama around it. And finally, I started shooting Satya. And the funny thing is that company and Satya overlapped so many times.
Yeah.
Oh my
like
God.
You're shooting dates.
Yeah. So there
that
were
must have been
times
tough
where
to manage, na? Like you're moonwalking, 2 films. And
there's the morning where I'm doing a full action hero story, where I'm doing hardcore scenes in company.
Yeah.
By 5, I'm wrapping up, or 6, I'm wrapping up. I'm driving all the way to films division because Shahrukh Bhai had agreed to do that guest appearance with Tabu. And here I have to go out there and blast him, but I have to be, you know, all emotional because my wife Rani is in hospital.
Yeah.
And that's that scene. And now you have to be young and vulnerable, and there have to be like all aggro. And I was like, oh God. And then Dadi ki length and continuity is different from both. And I was like, oh my God, how do I manage this? It was so difficult.
But I'm sure you enjoyed the high, you enjoyed the thrill,
I loved
didn't you?
It was too much fun. You know, when we were shooting that scene between me and
This is really good, huh?
is it?
Right.
So we were shooting that scene between me and Rani at the railway station. Friday को company release हुई थी, Sunday को मैं shoot कर रहे हैं. During the entire shooting, I was a nobody. Rani was the star. We were established. Suddenly, we're shooting, and I hear the words Chandu Bhai. And I turned and looked, and I saw 2-3 guys saying Chandu Bhai, Chandu Bhai. Because we were shooting very close to Gaiety Galaxy.
Right, okay.
So they'd seen the shows over Friday, Saturday. I didn't know कि picture इतनी चल गई है.
Yeah.
I also got excited. I was like, hi, कैसे हो? कैसी लगी picture? अच्छी लगी, you know? They didn't know my name.
Yeah.
They just knew Chandu Bhai.
Chandu Bhai, yeah.
By afternoon, by about 1 o'clock, we had, I don't know, 1,000, 1,500 people coming onto this tiny movie set, which we had been doing so sweetly with guerrilla shooting, no bodyguards, nothing. Rani used to have one personal guard, security. And we were overwhelmed. Shad literally picked me like this and pushed me into the makeup van and shut me, locked me in.
Oh, overnight.
Police had to come from Bandra police station to clear up the crowd and all. I was like, oh my God, what's going on? And my first thought still is like that struggler only, like that assistant director kind of thought process where I'm thinking, yaar, kitna shooting ka time kharab ho raha hai, waste ho raha hai, you know. And Shad comes and opens the door of the makeup van. He says, look at that. So I'm just shocked because they're all shouting, Chandu Bhai, Chandu Bhai, Chandu Bhai, tu aur teri company khalas. They're saying my dialogues from the movie. And I'm like,
The dialogues were so
what is
iconic.
going on here? And he says, tu star ban gaya mere bhai. It just hit me. I was like, oh my God, it's happened. Everything I worked for, everything I dreamed of has happened.
Who would you credit the stardom to? Was it your hard work? Was it your kismat or your luck?
What I've realized is 2 words. It's divine design. It had to be the talent, which I can't take any credit for because I was blessed with that talent by a higher power. I put in the effort, I put in the hard work. But I got an opportunity from Ram Gopal Verma, who I'll eternally be grateful to for giving me Chandu. I added some value there. Ajay Devgan rock star. He was the most generous, gracious guy who gave me equal footing, who put me up on that poster along with him. He was a star. And he gave me that love, that push, right in the beginning of my career where I needed it the most.
Yeah.
All of these combinations, along with, I think, all the blessings, all the good work and good karma that my mom and dad have done in life, it came into fruition. And somewhere I experienced that success. I'm sure there's thousands of people who are much more talented than I am, but they didn't get the opportunity, I guess, the divine plan.
Yeah, but very nicely you pivoted into being an entrepreneur as well, right? What made you take up that decision? Because we don't see too many actors. I mean, they will have businesses, but more like production house or somewhere related to the film industry. Your businesses are not anywhere close to the film industry. Was that conscious that you chose to be away from that? To just in general, what transpired you to become an entrepreneur?
It started out probably because of a date.
Of a date, okay.
I'd come back from boarding school. I didn't know about Mumbai and expenses and everything in boarding school. You just signed for everything. And your parents paid remotely. I was excited because I came back from a boys' boarding school. So it's like taking a guy out when he's 15, 16 years old from like a boys' school to suddenly Mithibai College where all these pretty girls.
Yeah.
One of these girls was really pretty. She asked me out and she said, will you go for this social with me? So I was like, yeah, cool. I didn't even know what a social was. Then I found out to buy passes. And Dad had given me 500 rupees a month as my pocket money.
Okay.
That between the 2 passes and what she ate and drank, because I literally couldn't even afford to eat and drink anything because I needed money to just drop her back in a rickshaw. Right?
The 500 rupees was for a day.
It was gone.
Okay.
महीने के beginning में पूरे महीने का budget खत्म. I went back and I told my dad very honestly. So I literally had to walk from my house to college because my dad's a disciplinarian like that. If he wants to teach you a lesson, if he wants to drive home a point, he's old school like that. I was like, no, अब तो ये समझेगा. I had to walk to college and all. I was like, gosh, this is horrible. And I said, आपकी ये 500 भी नहीं चाहिए.
500 भी नहीं चाहिए.
आप रख लो. मैं देख लूँगा. And the Punjabi boy ego was too much to go back to dad and say, sorry, कुछ ज़्यादा बोल गया. So I had to figure it out. And little bit was opportunity, little bit was effort. Somebody was doing an event and their MC was this RJ who backed out last minute. It was a college event, उसके लिए तो लल्लू सा event था. And this guy said, can you handle it for me? And have you done events before? I said, I can MC. I've done many. एक भी नहीं किया था तब तक.
अच्छा, बस confidence.
मैं कर दूंगा मैं. तो उसने दे दिया मुझे, माइक पकड़ा दिया. He was also desperate, poor guy, last minute. अब वो क्या हो गया कि I turned out good at it.
Yeah.
And I pulled off the college event. I signed my first autograph after that event. One girl who didn't know my name came to me and said, sign an autograph for me. I loved the way you emceed the event. People were engaged and entertained. And this guy came to me and he said, look, I can't pay you full money for this. Next show say, I'll give you full money. But today you have to take 50%. I was like, okay, चलेगा. मुझे क्या पता, मेरे तो 100 रुपए भी जेब में नहीं थे. उसने मुझे 2,500 पकड़ा दिए. Suddenly I got $2,500. I was like, my God, this is what I made in 5 months from pocket money. I made in 1 afternoon. This is amazing. And then I started from there. Then somebody saw me there. Then they said, why don't you do radio? Then I started doing jingles. Then I started doing all the English movies dubbing into Hindi.
Right.
So Jurassic Park, dekho badi chipkali se leke, all of those things I started doing. And suddenly I was making crazy. I was 40, 50, 60,000 rupees a month. Then I started investing in microfinancing because I was learning economics. So I went to all the vada pav wala, chai wala, and I started understanding inventory. तुम लोग कैसे inventory करते हो? क्या खर्चा आता है? तुमको कोई लोन नहीं देता है. मैं अगर लोन दूंगा तो मुझे कैसे पैसा मिलेगा? मुझे कैसे secure करोगे? So I started doing notebook microfinancing.
Right.
So I started financing them to buy more at a time so they can buy bulk and reduce their costs and increase their profit and increase my profit. So I learned from that. By the time I was 17, 18, I joined the stock market. I went and apprenticed a broker. I learned about stocks and shares. By the time I was 19, I set up my first company. Because once it started, it never stopped. But it required my dad to push me in that uncomfortable position.
Yeah.
For me to go and explore and figure out, I can do this.
Yeah. So tell me, when you were acting, I'm sure your businesses would have taken a back seat, or did they not?
They did, because
Yeah.
I suddenly went in from being a small business owner to a star.
Yeah.
And now it is the reverse.
Yeah.
I had money to invest.
Yeah.
Then I started investing passively. And because I'd done business, I was investing in something and I used to be like, ये लोग इतने खराब कर रहे हैं यार. This can be done so much better. Why are they doing it so badly? I'm investing in this company and they can do it so much better. So I started giving them ज्ञान कि यार ये ऐसे कर सकते हो, ये better करो, ये idea है. They used to be like, ये actor है कि investor है कि ये क्या businessman है. Finally I said, okay man, I have to do this myself, because अंदर से मुझे वो desire अभी भी है. And I stepped out and started doing businesses, and God was kind. I was very successful. I said, let me build this into something bigger.
Okay. So now tell me, for anybody who's looking to move to Dubai, what is your advice to them?
If you've already made your money, you're moving to Dubai for just quality of life, experience of luxury, then it's very easy. It's a no-brainer. According to me, I think this is the city that gives you the most value. Dubai is incredible to live if you already have made the money. If you've not made the money. The problem with Dubai is it's expensive.
Yeah, it is.
So I find people earning more here than they earn, say back home in Bangladesh or Nepal. But then they're spending much more, not just because of the costs of living, but also because there's so much aspiration around you. There's so many experiences around you. There's so much to experience that you feel like, okay, this month I won't save. Let me just spend on something.
Yeah.
And then they're playing catch up constantly.
Yeah.
So it's that pressure is there. I believe now, with the advent of their new startup ecosystems in the UAE, now there'll be a lot more steady, secure job opportunities and employment for people as we, see the new decade. The other shift that I find is a lot of people used to come here with a finite plan. I want to go to Dubai for 5 years, make money, go back home.
Yeah.
Now a lot of people want to make Dubai their home.
Yeah.
They want to live here only.
Yeah. And it's worth it, isn't it?
Yeah.
Good life, good food.
Great food. Great food today.
Yeah, Vivek, it's been wonderful spending this day with you, starting from your house to that wonderful drive and this meal. This is also very interesting.
This is
no?
spectacular. What is this gold glitter on it? Is it edible?
If it is gold and glitter, we are in Dubai.
On that note.
On that note. Thank you so much. Let's end our conversation with this, and we're going to enjoy the 16 course off camera.
Yeah. Cheers.